So you want to start a YouTube channel, but you're curious as to how much it's actually going to cost to start that YouTube channel. Well, I'm going to give you all the clarity and answers you need in today's video. And to be honest with you, it might shock you a little bit because the truth is, in most cases, you don't really need much. I'll explain in the video. Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Jay and welcome to my channel where I help you grow your influence and build your brand here on YouTube. So there's a big misconception about starting a YouTube channel that I want to kind of debunk for today's video. So there's this idea that you have to invest in all this lighting, camera equipment, editing software in order to start a YouTube channel. Well, the truth is these days, as long as you have, let's say, your basic smartphone, this is really all you need in order to grow here on YouTube, at least starting out. There's this idea that we've all heard of that you have to spend money in order to make money. Well, here in what we call the digital revolution, because that's the time that we're in, you don't really need that stuff. And I'm going to explain why and give you a couple points in today's video. So one thing that I want to bring up is that in most cases, you really don't need to invest much money into your YouTube channel. Now, given, unless you're doing a channel on, let's say, makeup, yes, you have to buy said makeup in order to showcase it for your videos, or you have like a hobby channel and you are building, I don't know, the Empire State Building with Legos or something of that nature, yeah, you have to make that initial investment, but that's the gist of it. So one thing that I believe in when it comes to starting a business, especially a YouTube channel, if your intention is to turn your YouTube channel into a business or a brand, you simply should not invest too much money into the business because it's not making any money for you as of yet. YouTube is a very long journey and it's a process. So let's say out of the gate, you go spend thousands and thousands of dollars on, let's say, lighting, a microphone, camera equipment. You're gonna want your return on your investment as soon as possible. Now, I understand there are basic necessities that you may need in order to start the YouTube channel, but I'm talking about the people that feel they gotta go all in and they hold themselves back and procrastinate because they don't have those items. The key thing here, as cliche as it may be, is that you simply just have to start your channel, because the truth is, and I'm gonna bring up a couple points, you don't know what your YouTube channel is yet. You don't know what it can be. It could be the next channel with, let's say, millions and millions of followers. But if you start out of the gate and invest too much money, there are a lot of things that can happen. For example, you can get burnout because you're expecting so much. Let's say you buy, I don't know, $3,000 worth of equipment for your YouTube channel, and you spend the next 6 months trying to grow that YouTube channel, and you're wondering why millions of people aren't flocking over to the channel. But you put yourself on that pedestal because you expected it due to the fact of you investing too much money in the business. You still have a long way to go when you start out, so you don't want to do that, because if you do that, you're going to have high expectation and you're going to want to make videos with the intention of getting some type of return sooner rather than later. And if that doesn't happen, it's going to deter you from really putting your time, effort, and more money later on in the future into the channel. So there's something that I believe in called proof of concept. Now, I will be talking about this in my future videos as we move forward with the channel, but the idea is that you want to see some type of growth and proof that you actually have a decent channel before you start investing money into it. Whether it be views, a huge growth in subscribers, people reaching out to you for brand deals, something of that nature. Let's say you start a channel on fitness, for example. If people aren't watching your channel, they're not engaging with it, you're not finding a tribe, you're not getting any type of momentum, why would you go buy a gym? You know what I mean? There are people out there that think they need all this stuff in order to start. But if you don't know what your channel is, like I said, and you don't know who you are as a personality on your YouTube channel, what are you really doing at the end of the day? There's so many things that have to happen in order for you to grow your channel before you even think about start making money on the channel, right? You have to know your personality. I think that's the big thing, your character, how you're going to actually lay out your videos. Are you one of those people that are going to be doing vlog style content? Are you one of those people that are going to be doing evergreen, time sensitive content? There's a lot of layers that you have to peel back and develop before you even think about saying, you know what, I'm going to invest thousands of dollars because it could all flop, and then you've literally just wasted your money. You pretty much just took a giant gamble on something you knew nothing about. And that's the big concept that I really want everybody to understand. All you need starting out, really, especially if you're doing something like what I'm doing, just talking, you can start with just your smartphone. There's a very famous YouTuber named Mr. Beast. He had an iPhone 5 and he grew over 100,000 subscribers with just that iPhone 5. But your basic smartphone is, it's perfect for what you need. At 1080p, you have a decent quality camera. You can adjust it a little bit here and there. Maybe you can go get the iPhone 12 Pro, and then after that, you'll really be golden. Then later on, maybe you can start making investments as you go along. I have one of my popular channels, The ShipLife. I'm sitting at over 44,000 subscribers. Until this day, I still use my cell phone. Just starting out, I had no idea what I was doing. This is a year and a half ago, and I've learned so much along the way. But starting out, I literally just took my phone, stacked it on a couple books, and I started recording. But the thing is, right out of the gate, I had what was called proof of concept. I was just sitting there talking organically, and I was able to gain thousands of followers and millions of views. After I had that proof of concept, 1 year later is when I started buying a $20 microphone from eBay. I bought a lighting equipment, which I think the setup was like $30 off of Amazon. And that's how I've been rolling, right? So eventually, let's say when you start getting some type of revenue in or anything like that, you just take that money and then invest it back into the business. And that's how you grow without burning yourself out because you're expecting too much. So as I start to conclude today's video, I do want to leave off with this just to summarize everything. In order to start a YouTube channel, you need pretty much $0 as long as you have pretty much what everybody has these days, and that's a decent working smartphone. You don't need to buy fancy lighting, you don't need to buy fancy microphone, anything of that nature. Now, you need proof of concept. You need people to actually like your content, want to engage with it, want to subscribe to your YouTube channel, just to give you proof that, hey, maybe we might actually have something. And then you invest. That way you don't get burned out. Now also, I'm going to explain this further in my videos as we move forward, but it's not even just about the money. You have to develop your style. How are you going to do your content? Are you going to have, like, let's say, a monotone voice? Are you going to be really energetic and happy all the time? What type of personality are you going to have on YouTube, and what are you going to stick with? Because if you don't develop any of that, how are you going to expect people to want to stick around when you don't even have you figured out on camera? Because believe it or not, nobody is natural on camera. It is a skill that you develop over time. So you need to take that and build off of that. Even editing. As you can see right now, my videos are pretty cut and dry. I'm not doing any fancy editing or anything like that because I'm just starting this YouTube channel. However, if you go to my other channel, The Ship Life, I still keep things pretty simple because I'm somebody that believes less is more. However, I put a little bit more time into those videos. Once I see the momentum start with this channel, yeah, of course, I'll really put some time in. But think about it. If you start a YouTube channel and right out of the gate, you're spending 9, 10, 12 hours, a couple days, a week on one single video without having any proof of concept that the video is actually going to be successful, you're setting yourself up for failure because you don't know what your audience wants, you don't know what your channel is, you don't know who you are. So you really got to take that into consideration. Just some food for thought. But the moral of the story, guys, start with what you have, right? I come from a very poor family. I'm still poor to this day for the most part. You know, just invest with what you have, and then later on when you start getting some momentum, start getting a little bit of revenue from your channel, just reinvest that and continue to do so. That way you can build a better quality channel, and then when you actually do it, you can be ready for it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you got something out of it. If you guys want to contact me, I'll leave my email below. Make sure you guys subscribe. This channel is brand new. I have big plans for this channel. I really want to help people grow their influence here on YouTube because I personally believe this is an opportunity that a lot of people, even my age, because I'm 27, a lot of people are passing by because they don't see the opportunities. There's so much money you can make here. You can build an influence. You can bridge over to other things that you actually enjoy here on YouTube, and it's something that should not be passed up because you'll be regretting it later on. I have this idea that how people were talking about they wish they had invested in Apple, Google, Amazon, let's say 10, 15, 20 years ago, they're going to be saying the same thing about YouTube 5, 10 years from now, because with this being the digital revolution and even during this pandemic, all it's doing is expediting the process of what people are going to be doing here in the future. So this is the time to go ahead and start, and I believe everybody can do it. If somebody like me who's a normal guy, stutters every now and then, can start a YouTube channel and do it full time because that's what I do, I believe that you can do it as well. Anyway, that's all I got to say, guys. I have another video coming out. I'm going to try to do at least 2 videos a week to keep you guys informed. If there's something you want me to talk about, whether it be money, the YouTube algorithm, SEO, anything like that, please let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know how you feel about this video in the comment section. I'll see all of you very soon. Take care.